morning, everybody from the DMZ. So I traveled from Incheon yesterday, day one, to now drove across the wired fences along the DMZ, and now I am very close to the border in Paju along the Imjingak River. So here, of course, as a Korean American, I first had to visit the memorial dedicated to the American forces in the Korean War. But I didn't know, but the statue of our president, Harry Truman, is there. But along this walkway, I see a memorial dedicated to those from Guam. So I'm gonna lay a flower here. I'm excited because I'll be going to Guam after Korea. So thank you. I will see you soon. And I was also extremely happy to see this memorial dedicated to 247 Americans of Japanese ancestry, many of them in whom I met in Honolulu, in Hawaii. It's incredible that 247 of them passed away as a result of fighting in this war. And here is the 187th Airborne Regiment, and so thank you as well. And so this statue, you know, it's extremely emotional for me because I visited his grave in Independence, Missouri, and there I saw the famous banning letter. At the time I didn't know anything about it, but basically the letter is from Mr. William Banney that says, you know what, I'm gonna give you back my dead son's Purple Heart. I mean, he was killed in Korea and he was very bitter about it. And I think President Truman was very agonized by it for years, even after the war. I mean, the Korean War, as you can see behind me, is this massive structure, right? And it has 50 flags, both American and South Korean flags, to symbolize the 50 states. And the reason why I visited all 50 states in America and the territories, is because every state suffered a casualty. So I'm gonna come inside here, and they have, I guess, you know, like artwork, sculpture. So I will lay a flower here for all my grandpas who came and couldn't return home. Again, 36,000 couldn't return home to the beautiful United States of America, and still to this day 8,000 remain unaccounted for. And I guess yeah, that's why I'm doing this, because many of you don't know, but you know, there are so many families out there still yearning to know what happened to their loved ones, to just maybe receive the remains. And I was also honored to see for myself the 55 remains that were returned recently, last July 27th, to Hawaii. Again, you know, as president, the commander-in-chief has to make the most difficult decision to whether send, you know, the young men and women to war. And war should be the ultimate last resort, but I understand that when sometimes you have to fight for peace, to defend freedom, and freedom is not free. And so simply I want to say thank you, Mr. President, for the difficult decision you had to make. I am not a historian, and I may be very naive in thinking, well, maybe he didn't send the United Nations or the U.S. soldiers, South Korea wouldn't be where it is right now. Well, for sure, that's a fact. And so I can't say, whether your decision was the best one, but for sure I can say that I'm here because of that very difficult decision, and I'm very grateful. So, yeah. This is for Mr. Banning's son, who was killed. And this is for President Truman. And this is for all my grandpas who died for me and for so many Koreans, and to defend freedom in our world. So, thank you, Mr. President. And this is just my first memorial of the day, day 2. So continue to follow me. If you feel compelled, please donate for the Wall of Remembrance. There's a link below, because that wall will etch the names of all the 36,000 Americans who died in defense of our freedom. So shout out to all my grandpas in the United States of America, all throughout the states. I love you, I miss you, and thank you. So remember 727.org. Bye.